Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the red Chaos Sorcerer of Alaron, as this teammate as the Farseer of Val Hero. As the Apothecary, we have a foreign name. Spawn as the Mech Boy, we have a foreign name, the same foreign name.
Requisition point, boss! Some allied boys got power nodes!
We do have the Mech Boy makes advance, got 2 shooters there. For the Apothecary, going for 2 scouts and a Tech Marine. So pretty standard 1v1, not necessarily common for 2v2s. The Warlock has 1 Chaos Marines, maybe eyeing for another squad of Chaos Marines, while the Farseers is going straight for Guardians. No Howling Banshee. Over there, you got these forces making their way forward, trying to start engaging the Guardian squad. He's good damage onto it. No model drops, however, at the moment. And it looks like the Warlock ability did come on in. I think he sacrificed one of the Heretics as well to get his energy back. And the Heretic squad trying to be tied up melee by the Mech Boy. And it does manage to gun down the Heretic squad. Very nice. He's going to go ahead and get that Heretic squad replaced. He needs the extra bodies for energy. And rather than throw the bodies at his opponent, he'd rather consume them and then throw energy at his opponent. Just managed to get a special attack there, taking out one of the Guardian models. And we do have a power generator deployed on out here by the Adari player. Up here, the requisition point being captured by the shotgun-equipped scouts.
Just a green smear now, boss.
And looks like some great damage coming in out by the Warlock right there. Let's consume a model there, and got the grenade launchers there. He went for grenade launchers to improve the range damage, so they keep them in the back line, so he can consume them a bit later. Ooh, good hits there, forcing back both of those shooters. Mech Boy does teleport to the low ground next to a slugger. Over here, we got the Captain Marine squads receiving. Ghost Helm. Don't really see that one researched all too often. Ghost Helm, the deals 40 heavy melee damage and encourage damage every 6 seconds. Target and suppresses them. Not bad. No plasma grenade research on this squad yet. Got another Chaos Marine for the Chaos Sorcerer. Notice the scouts are trying to camouflage away, but the Farseer in the region, and they're just way too close to these forces. Another scout squad is here as the Guardian is receiving a bit of fire and trying to capture up the requisition point. Gets a nice special attack there with the Farseer. But we got the sluggers, shooters, Pain Boy, and Mech Boy advancing. Mech Boy does teleport forward, trying to tie up the grenade launchers in melee. Let's get nice knockback grenades there. Good damage coming out on the sluggers right there. Chaos Heretics do fall on back as mass retrieval coming out by the Chaos Sorcerer. Going for a Havoc weapon team. The Mech Boy course can teleport forward or tie up in melee. We're trying to prevent the Orc Horde from going up that side. This map is very choke point, so the special weapon team should be pretty effective. Plasma grenade thrown, plasma grenade really missed. This squad also has a plasma grenade ready. There's how 2 shotguns here that Scout Squad would like to go down, knock back. Does use the Armor of Fortune there to protect it on their retreat. Speaking of which, he has researched the Armor of Fortune. The Apothecary has gone down. All 3 Guardians are still up. The Farseer, however, went fully down right there as well. And looks like Mech Boy has been recovered with the Death Gun. Knockback grenades does teleport away from knockback grenades, but actually did knock back the Pain Boy there. Mech Boy is sitting on up once again. We'll find a good angle there. He only has 1 squad of grenade launchers. Havoc will go ahead and fire some suppression of his own. Grenades are starting throwing on in. These guys are all pretty wounded. The Pain Boy and the Mech Boy. Get some great suppression there by the Havoc. these Chaos Marines are receiving quite a bit of fire as well. Grenades are still raining on top of Mech Boy, just using their sheer range. Mech Boy does teleport forward, and now here comes Chaos Bolts trying to get the Mech Boy there. Was not successful. Burners will go ahead and get a nice flank and try and tie up the Havoc Squad melee with the Burners. Havoc sending Breezing on up, so as all through its models, forcing back the full retreat right there.
Glory in pointless defeat.
He's losing a victory point!
Stolen Boy is researched by the Mech Boy. We do have the Shotgun Blast on top of the Guardian Squad. Another Guardian Squad coming in support as well. Scouts do get a nice Shotgun Blast there, immediately also neutralizing that shield generator. Plasma Grenade does roll a miss there, as this one will try to sprint away back to this cover in the back line. Apothecary engaged on Farseer in melee. Apothecary has no upgrades at the moment, but Farseer still, of course, has those 2 upgrades we mentioned earlier. Havoc Squad is setting up, got grenades raining on in. Stone Boys jumping on in top of the Havoc Squad, very nice. And knockback grenades on top of the Storm Boys, but of course they get knockback resistance as they jump on in. Guardians are engaging in range, getting some good damage there on these forces. Scouts are trying to turn forward. And we have Ranger Squad getting a nice kinetic blast and knocking back on the scout models. There's knockback there as well. The shield generator does go down. Rangers trying to tie up the scouts and make melee, but they're not exactly durable enough for that purpose. Mech Boy tying up the Chaos Marines in melee. And both the Chaos Marines do fall back. Gain some good damage on the Storm Boys there with the Chaos Sorcerer. Good knockback across the entire line as well. Looks like Webway gates have been deployed on out by the Adari player.
There'll be hordes and hordes of us soon enough.
Right now, the blue team has a triple point captures. We've got a Razorback deployed here. Then maybe some forces inside of it, as I doubt sending out lone Razorback would be a great idea. Let's of course spot the camouflage Rangers. They do try to run away to the high ground. And I think the Webway Gate managed to remain camouflage. On the left side, got nice Doom Bolts there from the Warlock or Sorcerer. Did you see Warlock this entire game? I always get those 2 names mixed up. And Blood Crusher deployed on out. Trying to type the Mech Boy up in melee. Mech Boy may go down 1 shot away from death. Or 1 melee hit. He's starting to charge on 4 as well. Trying to kill there on the Mech Boy. He does not get it, however. No anti-vehicle weapons in the reach, so the Blood Crusher will get some great work done. Something in the back of the Razorback because he got a level up. You guys going to spot the Webway Gate there with the Sergeants. And this Ranger does get flanked by the Orcs. The Ranger may go down. A lot of stuff on the retreat path as well. And does get ripped apart. Blood Crusher in pursuit. Another Blood Crusher being pulled on out by the Warlock. And Tactical Marines or Chaos Marines are pushing the way forward as well. Those are the Orc generators been deployed on. Actually, no, it's the Orc side. There's actually 2 generators deployed out by the Apothecary. We got Warp Fires being deployed out by the Apothecary, not Apothecary, Farseer. And the Apothecary is going for tier 3. Death Direct has been deployed up by the Orc. And the Havoc Squad will fall back. The Havoc Course can be upgraded by the Auto Cannon or the Las Cannon in order to gauge that, what's it called, Death Dread. So there are 2 Blood Crushers here. Good knockback across the entire line. So I haven't seen like plasma gun upgrades. And also, those grenade launchers are doing great work. We got the Storm Boys jump on in, trying to type these forces up in melee. Blood Crushers are engaging the Death Dread. He has used a global ability there, as he's now creeping the scenery barrage as well. War Spider's charging forward, trying to get some damage there onto the sluggers. And the Death Dread does fall back. The Blood Crushers perhaps just being general A moves to help engage these forces in the region. Sluggers do fall back from the Eldari support. Storm Boys getting staggered, jump away. Storm Boys have not been retreated back on yet, and the Orc is now in full retreat. Up north, we got the Scouts camouflaging around. Razorback's still alive. The Barter has been upgraded the Singing Spear, which is an anti-vehicle weapon. Also grants the no ability, just simply an anti-vehicle melee weapon. Does get a Haywire Grenade there from the Warp Spiders, so maybe it'll take up the Razorback. And does manage to get out of the snare before the last hit comes on board. No damage coming onto that power generator. Does take it out. And a smoke grenade has been blown up on the Razorback. Finding the Razorback right there is a little bit dangerous, because I think a Haywire grenade could actually potentially finish it off. Teleports forward, throw it. You got scouts here on the flank. He can eventually take out the low health ones. No, he did not in time. He does go camouflage forward. And he does get spotted there by the Farseer. Good special attack there. Warfighters do jump away a little bit, and the scouts are in a full retreat. One of the scout squads may actually go down. One of them is being focused quite significantly. Throws out plasma grenade there. It was unsuccessful, but does go ahead and wipe one of the scouts either way. Orcs are coming from the high ground. War Spiders are a bit wounded, but they still have all their models. Death Dread charging on forward. The War Spiders going forward for a Haywire Grenade. They will get Haywire Grenade off. No. Yeah, they do. Trying to repair up the Death Dread now. Does jump on top of the Farseer. And these forces are coming in for a late response in order to flank up north. Mechboy charging forward, looks like it's been re-upgraded to the Daka and has a battery pack. Battery packs make between energy and health replenishment. Grenades raining on top of the Mechboy. And good knockback grenades onto the Shudas. Repairs have been come on forward onto the Razorback. 4 reinforcements up there. There's a 1k wreck and entry float. The Apothecary has that much resources, he can get out a Land Raider. I think he's going for a Land Raider at this point in time. Got this big snare ability there, snaring all those forces there from the Warlock. Another Blood Pressure being poured on out. Some boys jump on forward. I'm not sure what's been called in there. It is actually Terminators from the Apothecary. Apothecary is down to 1 scout squad from all the scout squads get split up. Got Tactical Marines out as well, maybe to upgrade the Stern Guard veterans. Blood Crusher's going to be focusing down on the Death Dread. Gains good damage there. We got the Cyclone Missile Launcher. Close range Cyclone Missile Launcher can do some great damage. Does miss the Blood Crushers, however. 3 Blood Crushers charging forward. Our Crusher will be very important to help keep these Blood Crushers alive. This Blood Crusher is severely wounded, being focused down by these forces. And this Blood Crusher will go down. There are 2 War Spiders teleporting away, trying to maintain the range, throwing some damage down the Terminators, but not to hold on. Sluggers trying to close the distance there. We do have the Storm Boys jumping away as this Blood Crusher will be back to not off. Let's get a special attack there with the Warlock as these forces are pulling them back, getting 2 wars at the Apothecary to get some more health regen. More grenades raining on in. Of course, knockback grenades can't really affect the Terminators all too well.
We got it, boss. We got it. What do you want with it?
Actually, the couple of people who are still in the stream, is my voice too quiet for the game? Because I'm looking at the audio that comes in the left side, and it feels like it's maybe a little bit too quiet. I need resurrection. And now we have a librarian being deployed on out by the apothecary. He has lots of scouts. Where do all the resources go? He must have a couple of things queued up. That's the only way that all that resources can be used up like that. Got these forces moving their way forward, trying to get some good damage in. Apothecary receiving some fire there. Blood Crusher still is half health. It needs a ritual from the heretics. And the hero has been recovered. Maybe retreating back to the Warlock to get him back over here quicker. Webway gate has gone down. Blues has 300 tickets while their opponent has only 150. It's literally half plus one. Or minus one. Hello. Got some great teleport there into engagement. They're very good at melee as well as range. And we do have the Chaos Sorcerer falling on back. We also have some noise marines here. Plasma Mass Blaster. Big damage coming out by the Librarian. Who has been upgraded with the Psychic Hood, increasing health and energy regen. Very nice. Also has the Affinity ability. Got that Snare ability there from the Warlock. It can be focused down early to stop it. Cyclone missiles do rain on in, wiping out the Blood Crusher, but the Apothecary does go down. This Blood Crusher is also severely wounded. And this Apothecary will be falling on back. Terminators are still in the region, receiving lots of fire. Now Warp Spiders are engaged from range. They have enough energy to teleport and engage the Terminators. They do got the sprint ability there from the Librarian as well, trying to get these guys to run away. Gain some good damage in there. They do get teleported away there by the Librarian now.
The boys need themselves a knob, they do.
Our notice going on down. Got the Farseer spotting the Commando Squad, which is being upgraded in the knob. Farseer willing to fall back sooner rather than later. She's sustained too much fire there. Suppressive fire ability there from the Commando knob, knocking back those Chaos Marines. The Chaos Marines are now falling on back. Got the Havoc here. Probably needs to be upgraded with either auto cannon or with the blast cannon. Blast Master setting on up. Throw around right there would be quite good. But throws around the mech boy and completely misses. Mech boy, of course, let's go down. The Chaos Sorcerer maybe next. Good knockback grenade there onto the Burnas. And we've got the Webway Gate right there. Rosa makes its way forward. We've got these forces advancing. Trying to engage. We've got the Guardian Squads as well as Warp Spiders moving forward. Apothecary does get a nice heal there. The knockback wave does miss these forces, except for the Apothecary. Not Apothecary, Farseer. And now here comes the Archtarch. They're throwing some plasma grenades on their retreat path as well. The Archtarch will tie up the what's it called? The Terminators up in melee with the of course teleport away. Throwing some good amount of bolts in this region, and as well as get nice health regen onto the Warp Spiders as they get as much damage as they can as possible. The Archtarch goes ahead and ties up with melee. The Archtarch has been upgraded with the Executioner Blade and being upgraded with Force Shield as well. Scouts get annihilated by the Warp Spiders. Over on the left side, the Orcs in the base at this point. Noise Marines are fully dead. Blood Crusher severely wounded. Everything seems like super good. When it does activate the ritual there now, which gives the Blood Crusher's much needed health regen. Blood Crusher charging forward. Does use the Incendiary Preview Barrage ability, but doesn't have anything to engage the Blood Crusher. Though he does have a lot of health regen in this region, thanks to ritual and to the base. Autocannon has been upgraded there on the Havoc squad, which can do some damage to the Death Dread. Gains speed damage as well. Plasma guns can do some damage as well. The Blood Crusher needs to fall back. It won't be able to win a fight against the Death Dread. Webway gate right there, very far in. Farseer and the Archtarch are engaging.
Green smear now, boss.
Blood Crusher engaging the mech boy. Apothecary is falling back as well. The Sinking Spear could potentially take out the Death Dread. Does he capture the VP? Blue still has one capture. The red players do not have a whole lot of VPs remaining at the moment. I see some plasma grenades there, but the Guardian Squad does fall back to the webway.
Not many time our corpses and bits.
It's ready. Did I do good? Position point, boss.
Scouts haven't started engaging. Got grenades, knockback grenades raining on in as well. Got another webway gate here. And War Spiders, a squad of War Spiders pushes way forward. Incendiary grenades have been thrown there. I'm not sure from what. Maybe the Commando squad. War Spiders have teleported to high ground, getting a nice link shot there. The Farseer will fall back. The Farseer does go down there. The Chaos Force is going to charge forward for res. Yep, he is also passed for it. On the right side, we've got a flank there by the Terminators. Grenades are raining on in, but the Library in the region as well. You have another Chaos Marine squad being put out. As War Spiders are coming in as well. With the Apothecary in the region as well, that's a lot of health regen for the Terminators, as well as manual heals for these forces. I'm not sure what that is. Could be another Tactical Marine squad. No, it's another Terminator squad. So 2 Terminators on the field. It's even probably trouble with one enough is already. You got the Archtarch going down, triple capture in favor of red. But red's losing a lot of forces here. Chaos Force does go down. Blast Havoc, the auto cannon does go down as well. And it's maybe game. Webway gate does go down as well. Both of the red players do not have even tier 3 up yet. And Death Dread's charging the base, does get a Haywire grenade. There are 2 Haywire grenades. You can try forcing him, trying to kill him with chip damage. Force Wave coming on in. Terminators cannot be suppressed. Blood Crusher coming on back in again. Cyclone missiles needs great damage, and the other one is not being has not got the assault cannon. And the Chaos Sorcerer is getting his base overran. Terminators will teleport forward as well, trying to go for some melee hits. I think the Chaos Sorcerer will lose all of his forces at the moment. And Death Dread will go down. Eventually. 2 Haywire grenades. Thought that would have killed it off. Down to 8 health. Down to 3 health. Still down to 3 health. Let's get some good suppression there on these squads with the base defenses there. And the Death Dread is actually now receiving some healing there. I'm not sure from what though. Ah, it's from the battery pack of the mech boy. Getting a nice little heal there to keep the Death Dread a little bit more alive. Yeah, that's going to be end of the game. So somehow the Death Dread does actually manage to stay alive and all that. Both the turrets are destroyed for the Chaos Sorcerer player. The Chaos Sorcerer has nothing except for the Sorcerer himself. Being upgraded with the Vestments of the Warp. Is the Chaos Sorcerer teleportability. War Spiders do go down there. They're fighting desperately, but at this point in time, just best back out of the game. mech boy, of course, does have the repair ability, so he's repairing up Death Shred as well. And it looks like Red is casting the GG now. I can't tell which one of them said that.
Boys, he's dead!
Yeah, I foiled here.
I got a position point, boss!
And looks like they're still singing around, even though the game is clearly over, so I'm just going to fast forward. And there we go, that's the end of the replay as they ran out of tickets. Either way, this is Adam Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.